Hi, Alegre from Green and Greener here with a little bonus video. I'm actually going to show you how I apply my mineral makeup, just in case you don't have experience with mineral makeup and are curious about it. I wanted to show you. So I have a completely naked face right now. I just washed my face actually, and when I use mineral makeup, the first thing I do is I start with a moisturizer, because since mineral makeup is a powder form, it doesn't have any of its own moisture, and so if you have dry skin or normal skin like I do, it can look a little dry, and so I always start with a moisturizer. I like to use Key's Luminos. It was actually designed in conjunction with a Hollywood makeup artist, and so I think it has a really nice consistency to it that takes mineral makeup really well. So I just put a little bit onto my fingers and then work it into my face, eyes, neck, everything in an upward motion. They say that's supposed to help with, you know, wrinkles and sagging and all of that, so hey, can't hurt, right? So, and all of these products are products I sell at my store on my website, green-and-greener.com, so there you go. Now this lotion does soak in pretty quickly, so you want to be sure to apply your mineral makeup right away, otherwise it's going to have completely absorbed and then you won't get that nice dewy finish that I like to get with my makeup. The first thing you start with mineral makeup, or that I start with, is with the foundation. I wear Olive 1. There's two parts to the Alima Pure makeup that I carry in terms of the foundation. It has a color and then a number. Olive 1, and it goes from number 0 I think to 10. Now most people are in the 1 to 3 range. I actually carry about 10 or 12 foundation colors in my store, and I've been able to match every single person that comes in with those colors, and I sell neutral 3 and beige 3 more than anything else, and the neutral 2 and beige 2 are the second most. So those are the two colors that the 4 colors I sell the most of. I'm actually Olive 1. I have yellow and green undertones. The undertones is what determines your color, and then your lightness to darkness is what determines your number, so Olive 1. The first thing I do is I take Alima Pure's, they call it the bullet point brush, but I think it is the best brush to use for some optimal coverage in blemishes. So it's a really dense, heavy brush, so I just tap, 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 fill up my brush with their foundation, and then wherever I have a blemish, I just go over it really heavy and use my finger to blend out the edges like that. So wherever you have a blemish, you can do that. Now, they also have a concealer. I use the concealer not as a concealer actually, but if you want to use concealer under your eyes, then the best thing to do is use their concealer instead of the foundation, because it's just a little bit lighter than the foundation, and you want your eyes to look, you know, bright and awake, and so it's good to use just a slightly lighter color than your foundation if you're going to use under eye concealer, which I actually don't normally use, but there you go. Now, there is one other product that I don't use that you might be interested in. It's called a color balancing powder. Pistachio, I sell a lot of it in the store for people who have issues with redness. The slightly green color will help offset the redness, and you would use this before you use the foundation. So just dust it all over your face, and it really tones down any sort of redness that you might have. So after I have gone over my imperfections, I then take their foundation brush, which is really thick and soft, and I put a little bit more foundation into the top, and then I really grind it into the brush there. And then I take this and I simply go over my entire face, including my eyes, because, you know, your eyes can get kind of greasy, and if you don't give them a good base, then anything you put on them can get all oily and creased. Okay, so there we go with foundation. My next step is I like to put on a shimmer powder. I actually put on the color Nectar, which has gold and pink colors into it. Now, other company shimmer powders I actually thought were a little too glittery, a little too disco, but Alima Pure has a really nice pearly kind of opalescent feel to it, which I think is beautiful. You take a blush brush, or if you want a lighter application, you can take Alima Pure's kind of stippling brush. They call this the Kitten Brush. Actually, I'll do the Kitten Brush since I have it here, and then just a little bit, and with this you just want really light application. It helps to just get the excess off to do this into the cap. And then I just focus on the areas where the sun will hit. And you probably won't be able to tell a difference on camera, but it looks really beautiful in person, really beautiful when the sun hits you. So the Shimmer Powder. The next step for me would be eyebrows, and I do this entire makeup routine in about 5 minutes. It's taking me a little bit longer trying to talk about it, but it's a really quick makeup routine. This is my daily routine. And as I mentioned in the other podcast, which you can click on right here, I'll put a link to it, you know, one of the benefits of mineral makeup is it has sunscreen in it. So I actually don't wear sunscreen on a daily basis, since I'm usually, if I'm out of the house, I usually have some sort of mineral makeup on. So the next step would be eyebrows. I'm using their Raven color. I have pretty dark eyebrows bordering on black. You just kind of fill in the areas where you have spaces. Towards the end of my eyebrows it gets a little patchy. So fill it in there. You probably won't be able to tell because my eyebrows are actually pretty thick naturally. But there we go. Just fill it in a little bit. And Raven can also be used as an eyeliner or eyeshadow if you want. And their eyeliners and eyeshadows can also be used wet or dry, which is a nice thing. And then I take the concealer. I take their lightest concealer, Linen, and I actually put this just in the corners of my eyes to kind of brighten them up. This was a little trick I once saw on TV, and I thought to myself, wow, that is so smart. It really is such a little thing, but I think it makes a huge difference. I think it gives you kind of an ethereal, kind of elfy look, which I really like. So just right there. And then finally take your blush brush, and I wear a kind of it's called Black Raspberry. And again, just put some into your cap and really smush it into the brush. And just on the apples of my cheeks. Some people who have redness are afraid to wear blush because they just tone down their redness with the Pistachio, and they say, I don't want to put any more color back on my face. But you want color on your face, you just want to control where it goes and what the color is. And blush, it should be, you know, a color that complements you, and it should give you kind of the flush you have after you've worked out. So it gives you a nice fresh glow. And just right there on the apples of the cheeks, and then I curl my eyelashes because I do not have beautiful naturally curled eyelashes, so I have to do this. And if I do nothing else during the day, I will always curl my eyelashes because I think it makes you look so much more awake and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And you know, if I put on no makeup, I've always curled my eyelashes and put on some lip gloss. So curl my eyelashes and my favorite lip gloss, which is Chicken Poop, which of course we also sell here at the store. Really, obviously no chicken poop in it, but it's a really, really shiny lip gloss, which I like, and it's very emollient, and of course there's none of the bad ingredients that you want to avoid. So this is my everyday makeup look. If I want to punch it up a little bit, I do two other things, which is I take the concealer, put a little bit more concealer, and I'll just use a little bit more to define my eyes. Again, just putting some on my finger. You could do this with a brush, but it's pretty easy with the finger. So you just want to put a little bit, see, in the brow bone there, and then a little bit in the crease of your eye right there, and it just kind of defines your eyes a little more. So if I'm, you know, going out or something, I will do these two little extra steps. So I do that to my eyes, and then the other step I will do is I will take Alima Pure's Nuit eyeliner, and again it can be used wet and dry as I mentioned. Take the little eyeliner pencil and just put a little bit into that eyeliner brush, put a little bit into that brush, and then I will just line the inside of my eye like this. And if you just close your eye like that, you'll get a little bit of transfer, if you can see, a little bit of transfer to your lid below, which I just like a light lined look, nothing too vampy, but I'm not a big makeup person. But as I've gotten older, I do appreciate the fact that makeup can help me look, you know, like, I call it my best me. So it's not like I want to look like anybody else, but I just want to look like me on a good day. And there you go. That's my night look. So, in 10 minutes, I just showed you my day and my night look, and actually it goes a lot faster if you do it yourself. Super easy to use. All of these products are on my website, and I will list them down below in the video information. And if you thought this was helpful, or tell me what you think about mineral makeup, please put it in my comment section below. And if you have any ideas for other videos that you'd like to see me do, please also put that in my comment section. Thanks and have fun!